I'm a big fan of using accent lighting in the house to change the mood and feel of a room. And when it comes to this, Govee is the first name that comes to mind. They have just tons of smart lights for your home, and they've just released 2 new smart floor lamps. So today I'm setting them up in 2 different rooms of my house to add some much needed color and life to these rooms. Let's go. My name is Shane, and this channel is all about building a simple, reliable, smart home with new videos and live streams published every week. So I already have a lot of Govee lights pretty much all over my house, inside, outside. I got them on the roof. They're great because they probably have the biggest variety of smart lights on the market. And most Govee lights now support the Matter standard, which means I can add them to any smart home ecosystem, including Apple Home, Home Assistant, Homey, even Amazon Alexa or Google Home. And that's no different with their 2 brand new smart floor lamps, the Govee Floor Lamp 3 and the Govee Lantern Floor Lamp. These 2 lamps are meant for pretty different roles, I would say. The Floor Lamp 3 is more like a vertical ambient light to fill darker corners and create that nice wall wash glow, while the Lantern Floor Lamp is more of a unique, stylish, and functional lamp. I do have the perfect place in my home for each of these, so big thanks to Govee for sponsoring today's video and sending over these 2 new smart lamps so I could try them out in a couple different spaces around my house. I am planning to put the Floor Lamp 3 out in my garage studio. It's pretty dark in there, especially in this one corner, and some extra light and color I think will make a big difference here as I'm just like hanging out and also filming future videos. And the Lantern floor light should work really well in my wife's office area. She started working with me recently full-time here at the house, so I'd really love to give her something new in there just to soften up the space a little bit. And I think this lamp is going to be perfect for that, to help set different moods for her throughout the day as she's working. This area is also pretty open actually to the rest of the house, so I think this lamp will even add some nice ambient background lighting even when she's not necessarily in there working, that we'll be able to enjoy just kind of moving around the house. So first, out to the garage. I have a decent amount of overhead lighting in here already, even a few light strips and stuff like that in different places, but I have this one corner that's still very dark and bare. Now the dark walls and cabinets in here of course don't help, but this new Floor Lamp 3 should be perfect for adding a nice pop of color to this dark corner of my garage. You do have to assemble this one, but it's quite easy. Just use a few screws to put it together. This lamp does have a very small footprint, which is something I like, but it's also quite tall for this style of lamp, so very nice, well built. This lamp would be great in a corner, but you can also put it anywhere facing any wall to get a really nice wall wash effect. I'm excited to use this, and it's just going to serve as some great accent lighting in the background here when I'm hanging out and filming videos in the garage. Now, instead of trying to light up a whole room as like your main lighting, this style of lamp is best just to add a little depth to a space. Something I often call mood lighting, just in the corner of a room or something like that. Now Govee is positioning this new Floor Lamp 3 as having the industry's best color reproduction, delivering an ultimate lighting experience using their Lumen Blend Plus technology. What that means is with this, you're getting high fidelity colors and ultra wide white light range from 1000 Kelvin all the way to 10,000 Kelvin. And with the new DaySync feature, the lamp will automatically recognize your local sunrise and sunset times, and the light will adjust brightness and color temperature in real time to match your circadian rhythm, mimicking the natural flow of daylight throughout the day. This is really nice. And check out the impressive color accuracy here when I upload an image to reproduce those colors onto the lamp. This is gonna be great for the garage here again, especially for filming videos and stuff, since I can get natural professional grade lighting that's nice and vivid even at really low brightness levels. You may not know this, but actually to see the colors of lights well on camera, I usually do have to lower the brightness of these lights and lamps quite a bit just to see the colors well. So the colors on something like this should still be really nice and vibrant even when reduced to really low brightness. Let me know what you think. How does it look on camera? The floor lamp also has a very wide coverage compared to others of this similar style. It has a massive 170-degree beam angle with 2100 lumens of brightness. So this single lamp could probably even light up an entire small room if you need it to. The diffusion does give a really nice bright wall wash effect without any, harsh glares or hot spots or anything like that reflecting on the wall. You might have noticed it also features that dual ring illuminated base that looks really cool when lit up, but the aluminum alloy body also has just a really nice premium look even when the lights are off. And again, it just fits in really well, I think, here in my garage. Of course, you can control the lamp with the included remote in the Govee app or through your smart home, which we'll cover in just a minute. This lamp is already making my garage feel more complete, especially on camera, which is what I was going for. The accent light in the background definitely adds some layer and depth here in my garage. All right, and now to the new lantern floor lamp. And honestly, this one did surprise me a little bit. I unboxed everything and was pretty surprised to see that the lantern portion of it was made of a soft silicone type of material. This one is, again, more like a classic floor lamp design, but it has that soft touch marshmallow lamp head. That's actually what my wife said when she first saw it, is that it reminded her of a marshmallow, which I don't think is a bad thing. It has an aluminum lamp pole and actually comes in two colors. You can get this in white or black. This one's even easier to assemble than the other one. Just screw the segments together. No tools needed at all for this one. The top of the marshmallow features a soft touch surface with tap for on-off control and touch and hold for switching the lighting effects. We had a really old floor lamp in here with a smart bulb in it that I decided to replace. And I mean like really old. I think I've had this thing since I was like 18 years old probably. It was a bit industrial looking, I think, and the Govee Lantern lamp is just gonna be a much better fit for my wife's office space. The Lantern Floor Lamp is Govee's first light to feature Lumen Blend Plus and Halo Gradient lighting. Basically, this is like a hardware and software combination paired with translucent silicone light guides inside to produce the unique halo-shaped soft lighting effects. You can get some really nice, smooth lighting effects thanks to this. Lumen Blend Plus, just like on the Floor Lamp 3, means extremely accurate color output, and that halo gradient lighting is going to give very smooth color blending. This lamp also gets quite bright with 1400 lumens of brightness and a color temperature range, again, from 1000 all the way to 10,000 Kelvin. Not only do you get beautiful color effects with this, but it can also simulate the color temperature of sunlight at different times throughout the day for more natural feel, which I think is just going to be great when my wife is in here trying to work and be productive throughout the day. Govee says a single one of these floor lamps can illuminate a 322 square foot room, or 30 square meters. I think this lamp makes the office feel much softer. I don't know if that's a thing. It's definitely a better fit for my wife and this space than the old floor lamp that we had in here before. In typical Govee fashion, both lamps support over 100 preset scenes and effects. As you'd expect, you can customize the colors and effects if you want, but with so many scenes, you probably won't have to. You'll surely be able to find something for whatever vibe you're going for. Cycling through all the different lighting scenes and effects and stuff like that is always my favorite thing to do when I get new Govee lights. I think they are probably unmatched when it comes to the amount of preset scenes that they provide you. Both lamps do have a music mode if that's your thing. The built-in microphone will dynamically adjust lighting patterns to the rhythm and volume of music, supporting up to 16 response effects. And Govee also has their new AI Lighting Bot 2.0 in the app. So you can literally just tell the AI chatbot in the app what kind of effect you want, and it'll create something for you instantly.
I glow like a golden sunset, vivid oranges and pinks melting together over gentle yellow light, wrapping your space in a cozy, relaxed beach evening feeling.
Both lamps do support that DaySync feature where the lamp will automatically recognize your local sunrise and sunset times and mimic the natural flow of daylight throughout the day. And again, it all is highly customizable. Both of these lamps support Matter again, which is great. That means you can add them to Apple Home like I'm doing, or you can add them to any smart home ecosystem as well. Now with Matter, you really do just have access to the lamp's main color and brightness, which is pretty standard and pretty common when you're using something like Apple Home. You will need to use the Govee app if you want to change the scenes and effects and all that stuff. Although if you're using something like Homey or Home Assistant, sometimes you can control the lighting effects in other smart home ecosystems like that. You just have to use, the Govee integrations typically instead of Matter. But with Matter smart home integration on this, I can add the lights to my filming scenes, so the background lighting will automatically switch when I start recording, or any other smart home automations that I want to configure. You can get the Govee Lantern Floor Lamp for $129.99 and the new Govee Floor Lamp 3 for $169.99 starting May 7th. That one might be discounted a little bit on launch. I'm not 100% sure on that. I will include links below in the video description that you can use to check the current pricing. Very reasonable pricing, I think, for both of these, just given the level of innovation and quality that you're getting, especially if you compare these to something like Philips Hue. These are going to be way more affordable. And on the flip side, the color reproduction and just overall quality of these lights is going to be much better than you'll get with just like some really cheap LED lights. If you want nice background lighting for the corners or walls, the Floor Lamp 3 makes a lot of sense. If you're looking for a softer lamp that gives nice accent lighting, but also pretty good, nice, bright, functional lighting for something like your office, a bedroom, or living spaces, the Lantern Floor Lamp fits real nicely here. The color accuracy on both, like I said, is incredible. The Lantern Floor Lamp especially looks amazing when using softer pastel colors, which is something that I think most smart lights struggle with quite a bit. I wanted to add some extra accent lighting to these spaces in my home, and these lamps definitely accomplished what I was going for. And my wife is very happy with her new lamp in her office space, which is always a win. If you want to see how I made over my entire bedroom using other Govee accent lights, check out this video right over here. Subscribe for new smart home videos and live streams right here every week. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.